Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back everybody. So let's take a look at the Bitcoin market right now. So actually today in the morning a lot of important news have been released. Most of them we have put in the Telegram, so if you would like to read it you could do this in our channel. It's absolutely free. But it led us to keep you prepared for possible market performance and take you and keep you in the stream of the major events, because all information that actually is needed to be put in our weekly reports, it is just impossible to do this. In this case it will be just huge reports that it will be very difficult to read. That's why we have to keep you in the stream of the news through the week. We usually choose the most important one, just and ignoring some garbage. That's lots of in media streams. So in today's, actually in the morning, it was a lot of interesting stuff. So returning back to the Bitcoin market, the recent news was about the possible investment in the BlackRock fund, and the chief executive officer of the 1A company said that initially it should be around, or at least he expects that it should be around $2 billion. And it's the first part of the investments that might be done in BlackRock ETF. In general, on the technical side, we see some confirmation or not confirmation, but some positive sentiment. So on the high time frames, we do not have particular pattern, but just by taking a look how market performs, it seems that it's keeping the bullish context. Because take a look, starting of the new year, yes, it was a lot of volatility recently on the fake news. It was really nervousness on the market, but nevertheless, you could see price stands near the top and doesn't show any significant sharp reversal. So upward action is slowing a bit, but in general it's going up. And here just minor candle in the way of the upward action, well, shows no problems actually with the bullish context. Everything stands nice. The same we could say about the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, trend remains bullish, and here's what we have. When the OP has been reached, we do not have any significant drop. So we do not see a collapse or even retracement to the 30% area. CD lag very fast, so market just consolidating around the OP. Besides recent doom and gloom performance on the last week that has given us this high wave pattern, take a look what has happened this week. Market has opened near the close and upper border of this consolidation. It also means that the bears have no power right now, and they are not able even to push prices down to these lows or even trigger some more or less meaningful retracement, at least the 30%. They can't do this, and the market stands flat. And on the longer time frame, we're getting some more valuable confirmation of this in a particular patterns. So for instance, on the daily chart, just take a look at this. We have 4 grabbers in a row. So this session is not closed yet, but potentially it also could bring the grabber. These grabbers suggest taking out of this top. And we suggest that if this will happen, so everybody expects the ETF approval this week, or maybe this and next week, this probably should be relatively soon. So we, based on the technical picture, suggest that it should be upward action, just because we have this kind of performance. And even if we wouldn't have the grabbers, we would not know, for example, about the grabbers. Let's take a look what has happened. Every time when the market has trying to push prices down, it's immediately were bought back, and it's once again here and here. So the long shadow stands to the downside. It means that market is not going to the downside. So I do not want to do this, and bullish activity stands relatively strong. So all this stuff lets us to suggest some upside pattern. As one of the most probable, we suggest that it might be the butterfly. The target of this performance stands around 47.35. It's 1.7 extension of this butterfly. But the starting point of this action might be different. It's just because take a look that here on the 4 time frame chart we also have the grabber in opposite direction. It brings absolutely no problem for the daily grabbers, because the target of this grabber particular is at this most recent lows. So it means that market could show some minor downside action. So the shape of the butterfly could change slightly, but it will not make any impact of the overall pattern and on the daily picture. This is just minor technical issue. It's suggesting that maybe upward direction will start not from this point, but maybe from some bit lower level. Speaking about what particular levels might be achieved. From the theoretical point of view, you have two possible patterns to be formed. The first one stands this small ABCD, which I think it's most probable. So around 43, maybe even higher. So if market just briefly will touch the lows, but let's suggest this will be the ABCD. So around 43, 43.20, that's the point where theoretical market could reestablish upward action. Or we could consider this type of performance. Here's AB, and it will be equal CD. So approximately it might be back to the 42.22 area. Why this pattern has less chances to happen, or I would say that probably hardly it will happen. Mostly, this conclusion is based on the performance on the daily chart. Just take a look what has happened in the recent few sessions. So, as I said, any sell-off has been immediately reversed. So here it's very difficult to suggest we will get the same kind of sell-off even below the previous lows. So it doesn't correspond to recent performance that market is showing right now. That's why we suggest that retracement, if it will happen at all, should be not very significant. So somewhere to the 43 seems most probable. Despite that, here it might be a really perfect guideless steeple to buy to be formed around 42.20. It's very probable. Not the probable. It might be very attractive, but we currently see that it's not very probable in the current situation. Speaking about our recent analysis, so we suggest that this might be some downward action based on this momentum. It has happened with this downside action, but market wasn't able to retest this low. So momentum has been faded a bit differently. So currently, this consolidation, we probably could start considering possible upward action based on the patterns that we have. So that being said, overall context on the Bitcoin stands bullish. We suggest that market should take it out of the previous top. The only question right now is where to enter. So although chances exist for this guideless steeple to buy around 42.20, we suggest that retracement probably will be smaller if it will happen at all, of course, if grabber will form, will work. And mostly watching for 43.22 area. This is the most probable level that maybe market will try to touch on the pullback.